Welcome to Dragon Ball Speak, a show where we summarize and review every episode of Dragon Ball Z, 3 episodes at a time, and we upload each and every Saturday now. Okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we hear you. We've been very irregular with our uploads. 2020 was one doggone year, I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm. But it's over now.
It's behind us. You know, they say the best of times.
The worst of times.
The best of times is now.
Mm-hmm.
What is tomorrow but what is the lyrics?
A memory.
Watch the credit scene of Jackass 2 to know what I'm talking about. Like the credit sequence.
Never seen that movie.
So anyways, we're going to be uploading on Saturdays now. We are officially on an upload schedule that is weekly. There will be no more breaks without you guys knowing ahead of time. And we will be uploading the podcast the same time as the YouTube video.
And here's the thing. You're probably laughing because we have said that many times. And that's okay. You don't have to believe us because we're going to prove it.
Well, I've never said it before with that much...
gusto.
Yeah, with that much sexual
Bravado.
tension between us.
Yes, lots of that.
So, every Saturday, it's 8 a.m.? What do we usually do?
6 a.m.
6 a.m. Wake up early. All right, now back to the show. We rate each of the episodes on a scale of 1 to 7 stars.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Brandon.
And I'm Wesley.
Dragon Ball Speak, episode 38.
Well, we're back at it.
I'm
back.
Back in the saddle again.
I'm going to get copyright strike for that.
Episode 123. Goku's special technique. It is instant transmission.
That's what some people call it. It's faster for some and longer for others, you know.
Yeah.
And no one's here to judge.
No. Speed of light. So it starts off with Goku. He's there. Trunks left. Vegeta's like pissed and he's like, how did you escape the planet anyway?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was weird. Like something was off this episode when it comes to like the voice acting was off.
I actually thought so too. I thought Yamcha was a totally different person.
Yamcha, Vegeta, and Goku all sounded really weird, but it could have just been like a recording schedule thing. Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, I know I need to update the table, the figures. I keep forgetting them at home. So next time it'll be a little more updated.
Yeah, we've already killed like 3 of these.
Second form Frieza was like 6 months ago.
But he's so cool.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Vegeta. So Goku explains that he crash landed on this mysterious planet after Frieza's ship wouldn't work. We get a little flashback, and then he sees one of the Ginyu space pods falling, and he dives into it, slams the controls. He said, "Punch it, Chewie," and then he flew to planet Yard Rat.
And then he was like, "We're home,
Chewie. We're home." Then he dies from his son.
I thought Yartrid was going to be like a big deal, but it wasn't.
Yeah, fun fact. There was supposed to be like a canon like arc of Goku on Yard Rat, but Toriyama decided to cut it.
Yard Rat.
Or so I've heard. What'd you call it?
You called it Yard Rat.
That's what it is.
Oh, I thought it was Yartrid.
It's
100% not Yard Rat.
That's how it's spelled.
No.
I promise.
I'm going to look it up.
Don't look it up.
Freaking way.
Trust me. You'll regret, dude. Don't look it up.
What, Yartrid? Yartrid.
It's... All right.
Nothing showed up.
Y-A-R-D, Yard Rat. I've read this thing like many times. Yard Rat.
Okay, you're right.
Planet Yard Rat. He said like Yard Rat.
He said like Yartrid.
Yeah. Okay, so anyways, Vegeta then makes fun of his outfit. We already did a fit check on that. Yeah, we did last time.
I'm not really a big fan of it. You were like,
I like it a lot.
Loving it.
Yeah. I've got a figure that I'm bringing in with where he's wearing that.
Oh,
so.
got a figure.
Yeah, so he shows them instant transmission. He gets Roshi's glasses instantly. And Vegeta's...
Roshi can't look at his porn.
Yeah,
he's really upset about it.
He's grumpy.
Dude's got like 9 magazines laid out in front of him. He is using his instant technique or his special technique.
His instant transmission.
100%.
He's instantly transmitting himself
onto the magazines.
So Vegeta's pissed. He makes fun of his outfit, and then Goku's like, well, at least it's not pink. And then it hurts Vegeta's ego because he's embarrassed about the pink shirt.
Which is like, dude, get over yourself. That's a rockin' shirt.
His bad man
On a rockin' body.
So he with the rockin' body that we see a lot more of next episode, and it is it's good. It's hype, and it's the sex appeal. So they're talking about the possibility of going and killing Dr. Gero now, which was Bulma's idea.
This is the Winter Soldier problem.
Yes.
Do you take someone out before they've committed the crime to stop them to kill the crime? But then if you're like Goody Two-Shoes, you say no. They're not guilty until they've done the crime.
So that was Goku's answer. He says he hasn't done anything wrong yet, so no. Vegeta said, like, no, he's probably, like, by the time we find the Dragon Balls, he's like, it's like probably too late.
Yeah.
Which
I also love
didn't
that they're
make
like,
a lot of sense to me.
The Bulma's like, we have to find the Dragon Balls and make a wish to find out where he is. And it's like, you can do other things. Like, there are other ways to find people. Like, you don't always have to go to the Dragon Balls. Like, you live in a mega city. I'm sure someone there can, like, go find a journalist or a reporter to, like, help. I don't know. It's just...
No, you have to use the Dragon Balls for every minor inconvenience.
Use the Dragon Balls to ask him where this person is located instead of just instant transmissioning Dr. Yarjaraj to the place.
So, so Vegeta kind of has this, well, they have this talk, and it's like, look, we got these 3 years to train. Like, if you're not in, then don't show up, because otherwise you'd just be getting in our way, more or less.
Also, this is just a classic time travel problem. What they're doing is going to lead to what they're doing, to what's going to happen, basically. Like,
so you're saying being told by Trunks that this was going to happen is going to somehow set off the sequence of events that results in it happening.
They know that, like, they weren't able to fight and defeat the androids. Like, it's not possible, but they're like, we got to fight and defeat the androids.
Well,
they're like, well, we're going to do it different this time. And it's like, no.
Well, they weren't training. They have something to work for now. Like,
that's
they
true.
know.
I guess theoretically they might have not known.
Even if, like, you say, like, Goku and Vegeta, like, they would probably still train. They wouldn't train nearly as hard, knowing that this threat killed them in the future.
That's true.
Or whatever.
That's fair. Okay, fair point.
Whatever.
I'm an idiot.
But what is inevitable is this heart virus, but now Goku has the cure.
I forgot about the heart virus completely.
Yeah. All right. So everyone's in.
It's May 12th, 3 years from the day of this episode.
Yeah.
In the show is when they got to go find the androids.
So they basically said, like, see you in 3 years. Vegeta's like, you're still my enemy after this is all over, which...
Sure, whatever, dude.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, do you even believe that? Because it's like, okay, then why are you even doing this?
Yeah, like, why do you care about saving Earth?
Right.
But it's because he knows he's going to die. He saw his son, and he was like, I know how those are made.
Well, he doesn't know it's his son.
Oh, you're right.
No one knows that.
So he doesn't even know if he likes Bulma yet. We know Bulma. No, so they don't know at all. That's true.
Only Goku and Piccolo know.
So they're just starting to get this little sexual tension between them.
And there was quite a bit.
Yeah,
And Yamcha's standing there, like, getting
yeah, poor guy.
It's like the virgin Yamcha versus Chad Vegeta.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yamcha's like, let's see what Vegeta's doing in there, and he's like dying, killing himself at 300 times gravity.
And then poor Yamcha.
Yamcha was like doing some punches outside.
Well, you know.
So they said, see you in 3 years. Vegeta flies off. He's pissed. Tien and then we start. Oh, Yamcha goes, yeah, I think I'll train alone. I want to train at my own pace. And everyone's like, okay, Yamcha. Go ahead.
See you in 3 years, dude.
Yeah. See you in 3 years. And then Goku says, have a healthy baby to Bulma, which I guess is supposed to be subtle.
Oh, I didn't.
But wasn't.
Yeah. I was just like, oh, that's stupid to say.
Yeah, very. And she's like, that's weird. I'm not having a baby.
And Yamcha's like, oh my God.
Yamcha's like, I'm ready to have a baby. And then we get the classic, the timeless, the Goku versus Chi-Chi. And where in this time he beats the shit out of her.
Yeah, this is weird.
He went to like pat her, and like he's not used to 1 times gravity anymore, I guess, so he freaking knocked her into the tree. Yeah, you're right. He's a wife abuser.
Goku's a bad guy.
Yeah. And we go into this. Yeah, so they're arguing about Gohan, and she agrees, whatever, to. So Gohan, Piccolo, and Goku are training together, which I love that trio together.
Mm-hmm.
And we get a training montage of all the different characters kind of like starting off on what they're doing. And I thought it was great. And so we're going into this 3 years of training. Now, what I want to know is, did you expect 3 years of training to translate into many, many episodes of training?
Yeah, no, I did. I thought we were like gonna have some little mini arcs of fighting some smaller bad guys in preparation for the androids, but we didn't. 3 episodes and we're there.
Yeah, and really, only one of these 3 episodes that we watched is canon.
Oh, really?
Technically.
Yeah.
Now, this is like filler that's like, yeah, it's filler, but like episode 124 is really good filler where it makes sense and there's nothing bad about it. And like, it's just a matter of using the medium to give an opportunity to see more of what's happening.
Yeah.
Versus just like, I don't know, random BS. What'd you give 1, 2, 3?
4 out of 7. Kind of just basic. It was fine.
Yeah, I'd give it a 4 out of 7 too.
They
yeah,
didn't
it was
really
good.
do anything.
We got a little more plot. Really not more plot, I guess. It's just a matter of like everyone going their separate ways and like getting started on the training. I'm a sucker for any kind of like training sequences with the characters that I love. So that's what elevated it up to a 4 towards the end. And the character interactions I thought were good.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I give it a 4. So episode 124, Z Warriors prepare. This is technically filler, and so is 125. But for filler, I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I didn't know it was filler.
Yeah,
exactly. I knew the next one was, but this one I didn't realize was filler.
And even the next one was like at least entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Yamcha's punching. His shirt's all miscolored. Doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, and Poir's face is not the right color either.
For whatever reason, so ever since Dragon Ball, the inside of Poir's mouth is white, like solid white, tongue and mouth white. And I'm sure it was a coloring mistake for one episode, but ever since then, every single time is white. And it's like weird. It's like, just think about it for 1 second. Does that make any sense?
No. And like, it literally doesn't at all.
There's no, it's just someone forgot to color it.
Yeah, and they're like sick. Alien monkey thing.
Cat.
White mouth.
So yeah, Yamcha's punching. He's like, yeah, let's go see what old Vegeta's up to, and he's training in 300 times gravity.
I need a physics check right here.
Yes.
So 300 times gravity.
Yes.
So theoretically, he is able to use his muscles to hold himself up and alive in 300 times gravity.
Yes. Not even theoretically. Literally.
That.
Yes.
Well, he literally can. I mean, like theoretically, that nobody can.
Oh, right.
Like Bulma's dad said, he would weigh 18 tons, which.
Yeah, so assume like Vegeta weighs like 160, literally just 160 times 300, which is, math check, 48,000 pounds.
So that is actually
divided by 2 is 24 tons.
Okay, 24 tons. So, yeah. So it's theoretically, but I can buy that Super Saiyan dude or whatever Saiyan guy. He can do that. But then there's parts where he just lays down. He just stops training. His body would just turn into a tiny little ball of crumble.
A ball?
Well, I just imagine his whole body would like crunch inside like a can. And
I'm imagining like a pancake because gravity goes down.
That's true.
Unless he has
he's like, yeah, okay.
His own center, unless he has his own gravity, then he would turn into a ball.
That's fair. Okay. But regardless.
Yes. So you're saying.
He can't just take breaks during training when you're in 300.
I think it's more of like, it's not a break. It's like I can't move anymore.
Stupid.
Like, have you ever like done so many push-ups and you can't even?
No.
Okay. Can't even do one more?
No.
Yes, you have.
No.
I've literally been there when
I've never done a push-up in my life.
That's bullshit. So, I don't know. Let's think about it. Yeah, your organs would squish.
Okay, well,
that's real cool, Wesley.
That's what
real
should happen.
Cool.
You know what?
Well, they're saying organs.
Well, are they?
Well, Yamcha went in there. He took his.
Yeah, that's another part of it.
He should have instantly died.
Yamcha, yeah. Come on, Toriyama.
I do wish they would have played that up more. Like, he got stuck in there and someone had to get him out.
Yeah, he was like able to crawl himself to the button. And it's like
Goku, if you remember, it was like almost a shot for shot callback, I think, to when Goku first went to 100 gravity, or when it was like all whacked out and stuff.
The highest he ever got to was 100, right?
Goku, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now, yeah, towards the end of 125, Vegeta's doing like 450.
And Yamcha's able to stick around in 300? Come on.
Like, Yamcha's durable, but he's also like weak.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Physics check over. Let's move on to an art check. Vegeta's training. He's dodging all these little laser ball things. The art's very tight.
Oh my God.
There's one scene where he's like curled up like this, and it's just like just jacked. Oh
Dude.
my god, it's so sick.
I literally wrote down like the art in this episode was nuts.
Yeah.
Like they did not have to go that hard for a filler episode.
They really didn't.
But they
And,
really
like, the
did.
red hue on it because he's inside the little
Yes,
capsule
dude.
thing. Very cool.
Oh my god. And I love when he ends up with like all the wraps around him
Mhm.
and they're all hanging off and he's like punching and shadow boxing and dude, so good. Like it is the best.
Yeah, I dug it.
So Bulma's, what did I write? What does that even mean?
So I think Yamcha tries to do his thing, and then
Oh, Bulma's not hungry is what I wrote.
I don't even remember why. You wrote why?
Because her mom brought her like treats and was talking about how much of a snack Vegeta was.
Oh yeah, and her mom's like, "Oh, I'm a married woman," and then they gave her like a weird look.
Yeah, but basically Bulma's mom is horny for Vegeta.
And she wants her daughter to
And
to go for it.
and soon Bulma's mom will be a gilf.
It's weird that Bulma's mom is like every time they're like, she's like, "Mom," I'm like, "That's how
It's weird.
is that your mom?"
I don't really know.
They're sisters, basically. Like, there's no way. I mean, props to Bulma's dad, but like,
Oh, you know he's
there's
still,
got to be like a
he's still getting it too. For sure.
yeah. It's a weird. It's weird that they made Bulma's mom this like. They were like, well, Bulma's like, we're trying to make Bulma this pretty girl, so her mom has to be a 14 out of 10 with the
Like a New Yorker
Jersey accent.
Jersey accent, yeah.
I think we go to Goku and Gohan training after this.
That's I think that's a little later. So
Okay.
first we get Vegeta rage mode. He's very frustrated in the pod because he wants to be a Super Saiyan and he basically blows up the whole pod. And so Bulma's dad is like gonna fix everything. Bulma has to help him get out because he's like half dead basically.
Yeah.
He's trained himself halfway to death.
And he's weak.
And Yamcha's like, "Whoa, he's over there," and Bulma's like getting up on it.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "Baby, grind on me."
Oh yeah.
Who's that by?
Hopefully not R. Kelly. My instinct is
I think you
R.
might be
Kelly,
right.
but
Let's move on.
R. Kelly bad. If
Yeah.
that's not our, let's just say that's Lil Bow Wow.
No, I think that was Big Sean.
I think it was Big Sean. I'm actually so positive it was not Big Sean.
Oh man. Anyways, so yeah, Bulma helps him up like we already talked about, and then we cut to Gohan training. So yeah, Bulma gets him inside, and he's like on O2, and then after Gohan training with Piccolo and Goku. Was
This is
this in the
very
snowy
funny.
area?
Yeah.
Oh no, it wasn't. It was like above the forest.
Gohan and them are fighting, and Goku's like trying to train with him, and then he like blocks Gohan. He's like, "Gohan, you're too slow," and then immediately just fucking
Kicks the
knee
shit
to
out
the
of him.
knee to the chest, and then just slams him to the ground.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think Goku's not a good husband or dad. Maybe.
Gohan wants to train.
Yeah, I know, but does he want to get the shit beat out of him by his dad?
Apparently, because he went back for more.
Goku's got a strong hand.
He went back for more, and then Goku said, "Attaboy."
The Stockholm syndrome, I believe.
Uh,
Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast beat Selena Gomez Weena.
all I need is a beauty and
And
a
a
beat. So yeah, Gohan went back for more. Piccolo is proud of him because Piccolo is probably thinking of how far he's come since he was like 3 or 4 and training in the in the Saiyan stuff. Yeah, I guess we haven't gone to the time skip yet, but yeah, the art, man. Like every scene in this episode was so good, well animated. So,
While
Then we
Vegeta's on the table.
yeah, we get Vegeta's dream sequence
His
here,
nightmares.
which I actually really liked.
Yeah, it's cool. He basically just sees Goku and Trunks Super Saiyan it up, and he's trying really hard to join them, and then they go even harder. They do like a, and then like their little aura gets even bigger, and Vegeta's like, "I'm a Prince Saiyan. I'm supposed to be this, or my blood is royal. I'm supposed to be the strongest." And it's funny because we know that Trunks is his son, so we know like, okay, Vegeta has the ability. He just hasn't done it yet. But
Yeah,
Vegeta's like, God.
What do you think is gonna come of this? Honestly,
What do you mean come of this?
it's been 50 episodes of Vegeta doing this.
Oh, I mean, he's
Basically.
gonna be a Super Saiyan eventually. I just think they're gonna wait for a hype moment,
Like what?
like fighting an android.
And you think he's gonna be like a Goku situation?
Yeah, he's gonna go.
Is that how? Is that how we remember it happening?
Yeah, actually. So,
Okay.
So when you go Super Saiyan, it's a bit of a.
You go, bye. All right, so we get the dream sequence. Yeah, Vegeta's running, and he keeps running, and it sees the Super Saiyans, and he swirls in the darkness, and then he wakes up.
Swirls in the darkness.
And he sees that Bulma's falling asleep next to him, like sitting down on the desk, and he's like, "Why is she here?" And then he's like, "Oh, okay, she's maybe cares for me."
And Bulma's like, "I'm gonna do a lot more than care for you."
she said that man. She said, "I want that washboard."
Mm-hmm. Like he's got like a 10-pack at least, and his biceps,
shoulders,
everything. It's all nuts.
Oh, the seps. Let's talk about the seps. They're huge.
Honestly, like
That's
go for
goals.
it, Bulma. I would too. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah.
Dude's yoked.
Oh yeah. He's short, but we love a short king.
Yeah, we
love a short king, a short prince.
Short
I
prince,
should say.
not yet a king, but
yeah.
And then this is my favorite note. At the end we see this is when Vegeta's training and he's got the straps on him, and Bulma's like, "What are you doing? You're not supposed to be training right now." And she like looks inside, and Vegeta's just fucking spinning, like he literally got his arms and legs up, and he's just rotating.
It's a core workout, dude. Have you never done that?
No, I haven't, but it was really funny.
Yeah.
Because she's like, "Oh my god," and he's like, and he's just spinning.
Yeah, so after the dream sequence, he's back in there training 400G. He's super agile in 400Gs now. Yeah, he's got the reps or whatever. He's doing one-hand push-ups. Then he goes up to one-hand push-ups, like upright push-ups.
Yeah.
Like handstand push-ups with
baller.
one arm. But yeah, Bulma's like, "What are you doing? Get the hell out of there." And he's like, "Leave me alone." And then her feelings are hurt. That's pretty much the end of the episode is him punching in the straps, and he's sweating, and it's real cool, and it's red. I got to bring that pop in.
What did you give this one? I feel like you probably gave it a little higher than me.
I gave it 5.
Okay.
Because
good.
I mean, I loved it. Like, it's cool, but there wasn't a whole lot that happened. You know what I mean? Like, but as far as hype, like the Vegeta training hype, it was basically Vegeta's like training episode, and for that, I really liked it.
I gave it a 4. There's another good episode, but nothing crazy.
Which for a filler episode is a very good score.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't know it was filler till after you said that.
125. Goku's ordeal. So in the beginning, I loved seeing the gears turn. You've always heard about the mythical Goku and Piccolo learning to drive episode.
You know what's funny is I always thought it was Goku and Vegeta.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Well, that's why, and I was waiting for Vegeta to get involved, and I was like, "Oh, it's just Piccolo."
Yeah. Yeah. No, Vegeta's not in it, but there is a level in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot where you play this episode.
Dang,
it's actually pretty fun.
Is it a driving like game?
Mm-hmm.
It's
like a little race with Piccolo.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I got the platinum trophy for that game. So Chi-Chi's running away from a boar with the groceries. Goku's relaxing with Gohan next to the river, and Gohan gets fish.
Hold on, you're like going way too fast through this pig thing. This is like a 7-minute sequence.
No, it was
of
not.
Chi-Chi running away from this pig. The pig's poking her booty, poking her bag, making a lot of noises. She's freaking out. She gets to the end of the river, or to the end of the cliff, and then she stops, and the pig like is floating in the air, and he's like, "Give me, what does the pig sound like?"
He goes
for like 14 seconds, and then he falls.
When he's falling, he's like,
yeah, it's a lot of throat noise, and that sets up the whole episode, because
she's fed up.
Yeah, she's fed up. She wants a freaking car, and she wants Goku to go get a driver's license so she can drive her around. And so meanwhile, Gohan's fishing. He gets a big old fish and he brings it home. And Piccolo's like, "Damn it, I don't want fish again."
I'd like to point out something.
Yeah, point it out.
In the writer's room, a serious not miss opportunity. They screwed something up.
Mistake.
Sure.
It's a big problem.
Piccolo said, "Oh, we're eating fish again." Namekians don't eat; they only drink. Remember?
What a chump, dude. But maybe because he lives on Earth, he eats now.
Maybe he can choose to eat if he wants to.
While he's just sitting by his little waterfall.
Dende on Namek said that they don't eat; they just drink.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
and so they go back home with the fish, and Chi-Chi's like, "Oh my god, I guess I gotta cook this, huh?" And Goku's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Well, I know you're an abusive husband, so I'm gonna cook it. But first, I'm gonna tell you that you need to go get a car."
Oh, and they're throwing the laundry on the table, and she's like, "Oh,
yeah." They're gonna go shower or bathe together, actually, which is interesting. And yeah, so they're like, "Okay, we'll go get driver's license tomorrow," and then they do. Before we get there, I want to just fast forward to a part because Gohan is studying. During basically the rest of the episode, Gohan's just in his room studying. And there's a really funny part where Chi-Chi comes in and she's like, "You've been studying all day. Here's a little snack for you." And you know what the snack is? It's a cup of juice. You know how pissed I'd be if my mom was forcing me to study all day instead of training to save the world, and she's like, "Here's a snack." I'd be like, "Oh my god, finally some Reese's peanut butter cups and just get a cup of juice."
No cheese and crackers.
Nothing.
We're not snapping into a Slim
A
Jim.
drink is not a snack.
That's a very good point. That's funny. I wrote I wrote juice time. Juice time.
It's juice time.
Lamest snack ever. Anyway, what I need you to do for me, more importantly, is please, we get to the driving school, hit me with the fit check.
Yeah. Oh, I 100% will.
Post boy, Piccolo.
Piccolo, those jeans, that ass, fantastic. Absolutely
backwards
passes
cap.
the fit check. Yeah, he looks baller, dude.
He's so badass.
He's got the jeans on. He's got the cap. Like, this dude's like straight out of the 80s, and I'm loving it.
And then tell me, Goku says, "Where'd you get those clothes, Piccolo?" And what does Piccolo say?
Oh, I don't remember.
"I got them from your wife."
Oh, that's right. Which is kind of,
That's a Chad Piccolo
That is.
versus Virgin Goku.
and Goku's probably a little too dumb to realize it, but I think Piccolo's doing what Goku can't.
Oh.
Or won't, I should say.
Maybe that's what he's eating.
Maybe. Jeez.
So Goku's fit.
Goku's fit, not as good, but still pretty damn good. He's got this button up that is pretty sleek.
It's like what does it remind me of? It's like orange. It's like I guess it's like 90s like triangle
It reminds me of
shapes.
Rocco's Modern Life.
Yeah.
And it's dope. Also, his butt and those jeans looking good. Our mans are
It's
fit.
tight.
Our mans are fit. Yeah,
it's a tight glute.
It's a very tight glute.
One.
The other one's a little
tight
lumpy
glute.
and kind of. It's a heavy. One's a heavy glute. The other's pretty fit.
The other's tight. Yeah. This is tight.
Low hanging glute.
Tight cheek. Oh yeah. I keep reading Juice Time, but oh yeah, we get Vegeta training again, and he's like, flipping all over the place, and he's higher gravity, and same thing. It's Juice Time. He finds Icarus again, who is only in filler.
Yeah, and just awful, freaking straight
goes,
up. Sound like a turtle having sex.
That is what Icarus sounds like. And they fly over and they see so Piccolo and the seatbelt like smacks him in the face.
Yeah, and then his driver teacher just loses her mind. She's like, "All right, we're gonna teach you how to drive. Turn the ignition on. Let's go. I want to burn some rubber." She says, "I want to burn rubber," and then the car
there's no
immediately lifts
tires
off the ground
and there's
and
no
starts
tires
flying.
and it's so dumb.
And then Piccolo's old guy is like
Goku's old guy.
Old guy, his back's been blown out or something, and he is like just not able to open the door. He gets very red, very, very red trying to open the door, and Goku's like, "Oh bother." And then
Goku says that?
yeah. And then they get in the car, and guess who's a bad driver?
I loved it. It's so
Goku.
entertaining.
Yeah.
Like, it's exactly what you'd expect. Like, he's goofy. He doesn't know how to work anything, and he's, like, doing a really bad job.
He also looks incredibly jacked in this car. Like, they went overboard. There's a part where he's, like, looking sideways, and his neck is, like, 3 feet long and, like, 2 feet wide. It's like an elephant trunk.
That's the
It's
girth.
awesome. Yeah, it's very girthy.
Yeah, so... Yeah, Piccolo... But meanwhile, Piccolo drives like a grandma. I love that.
Yeah.
It's funny. And then they start racing, and...
No, it's like, it's just, they're being fun, and I like, it's very serious though, because Goku's ahead, you're looking at them from the front, and Goku's driving, he's like, I'm gonna beat Piccolo, and then like in the background you just see Piccolo, and then Goku's like, oh my god,
like the Luigi Death's there meme
exactly
of
that.
2015.
Yeah, and so they're racing, and then eventually, so they're just doing bad. Well, Piccolo's not really doing that bad until he starts racing, because then he starts going crazy and flying up the mountainside and all this shit. Goku's driver is just trying not to die. And then eventually, like, a bus appears out of nowhere.
No, this is the next day.
This is the next day. And they're back to driving. There's a bus that appears.
This is their one last try.
Yeah. One last try.
Get your license and drive with me.
And so there's a bus, and Goku's like, I gotta stop my car by plowing it into the back of Piccolo's or something.
Piccolo.
And so they immediately get out, and they're like letting this bus fall halfway down the mountain, and they fly and save it. and they're like, "Oh my god, you
They
guys are the
are
best."
they're both like struggling
Yeah.
to carry this bus over their head, which
It's
is
a
like
very weird Superman moment too. They like
Yeah,
pick it
it's-
up over their head, and the music's like
it's like
swelling,
Superman.
and
And then they have to like energy blast the dirt that's falling down the mountain. Like it's just
strange. It's
Weird.
filler, but I can dig it. And then they get back up there, and the dude's like, "Oh my god, you saved those kids! That's so awesome!" And then they're like, "Well, do we get our driver's license?" And he's like, "Oh no, you're terrible drivers, danger to everyone on the road."
wow.
And then he's like, "Well, if I could fly, I wouldn't need a driver's license." And then Goku's like, "Yeah, you're right, mister." And then we go back home. Chi-Chi's not happy about this. She's not happy at all. And then we get a cool little cut where the scene starts to look like an actual piece of art on a page. And then the narrator's like, 3 years have
It's
passed.
called a harmony cell.
I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 years have passed, and the three of them, we see. Well, that's probably more, but we see Piccolo, Goku, and Gohan flying towards, presumably, Dr. Yajirobe.
Yeah, so they're headed toward this island.
And we
The
see
3-year time
androids
skip.
doing the
So,
little fight again. I'm
Next
excited to see what
episode,
these androids look like.
I'm wondering if you'll recognize them
Maybe, but
from like just social media.
they
or whatever.
look very Yu-Gi-Oh like right now. They're like little spirit forms.
Oh yeah, when they're talking
And they
about
have,
them like as if
whips. They
they're
have,
like
hand
theoretical.
whips and
Yeah, so next episode is the real start of the Android saga. Yeah. I mean, yeah, what do you think is going to happen next episode? Do you think we're getting right into it, or do you think it's going to be a bunch of BS?
I think it's going to be a bunch of BS. At least for one episode. They're going to get to the doctor, and the whole episode's going to be the whole episode's going to be them trying to stop the doctor from making them. And then at the very end,
Well,
they're going to be made, and they're going to pop out of the shells.
They're already made if the 3 years passed.
Okay.
Like, remember, it's like the androids will be on this island at this time. It's not like Dr. Gero is going to be making them on this island at this time.
I thought Dr. Gero made them.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's not going to, like, what am I trying to say? I don't know.
Well, I thought he had to, like, press a button on that day, and then it makes them. I think they're going to get there, and he's going to be like, they're going to be like, whoa, wait a second, don't press that. And then at the very end of the episode, somebody slips and their elbow touches it. And then they come out and they're like,
Who slips?
Goku, for sure. That's a 100% Goku
That's
move.
not a Yamcha move or a Krillin move?
I hope Yamcha's not there. Krillin's probably not tall enough to hit the button. Yeah, and it just seems very Goku to, like, fall and then be like, oh, turns out I wanted to fight them.
Who's your favorite character right now?
Trunks.
You think we'll get more Trunks, or do you think no?
I hope so. I was telling you during the episode, I'm pretty upset that we get this awesome reveal of this character and stuff, and then, like, far and away the coolest character so far, he has a freaking sword, and then he disappears, and now I'm just like, okay. Oh, but actually, wait a second. What is the Trunks timeline? Trunks isn't born until what, like 12 years from when he meets them or something? No,
he was born 2 years after he meets them.
So he's born. Wait, what?
I guess we'll have to see.
Oh, so Vegeta's gonna be like, you guys.
He's gonna be Chatty Daddy Vegeta.
Yeah, Bulma's and oh wow, I didn't even think about that. Look at that.
Because Vegeta, as far as we know, in canon at this point, is a virgin,
He's gonna probably be a new man.
and he's gonna be like, "Oh, so that's what that shit's like."
And Goku's gonna be like, yeah, dude.
Yeah, bro.
And
Yeah.
Piccolo's gonna be like, I'm excited to see what's next. I didn't even think about that. So Trunks is somewhere out there in this world as a little baby.
Maybe we'll find out next episode.
Unless Super Saiyans grow at super strength speed, which they don't, because Gohan's a little guy still. Gohan's what, 12 now? 10? 9?
I think he's 10.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
You know how Dragon Ball kind of is with age. Like even
Yeah.
with Goku's age, it was kind of like just go with it.
Yeah.
Like
There's basically adult versions and kid versions.
yeah, more or less.
I dig it. I gave this episode a 4 out of 7.
I gave it a 6 out of 7 because
Wow.
it was filler, but man, it was funny and entertaining. I liked it, and I'm excited. It was like a nice laugh before the next few episodes. That's all I'm saying.
A bloodbath, if you will, I hope. I just want to see
we'll
Yamcha die.
Okay. Say Yamcha dies.
Mhm.
How do you think that would happen? What is the very specific way that would happen?
I think Yamcha is going to immediately try to, like, be with, roll with the dogs.
Oh, You know how he is.
and like immediately get killed.
No, I'm saying how does he get killed?
Oh, like
specifically.
I'm gonna go with backbreak, Bane style. Like he's gonna go to punch the androids. So it's gonna go like this. They're all geared. They're all charging at him, and Yamcha reaches one of the androids first.
Okay.
Throws one single punch. The android's like, boom, catches it.
Okay.
Immediately like flips him around with his arm.
Yeah.
Snaps his back. Yamcha's dead, and they're like,
Nappa
oh,
style.
Shit. We are Nappa style, and they're like, oh shit, these guys are hardcore. And then Goku's gonna be like, not really though. That's just Yamcha. It's not a good gauge.
Yamcha actually got weaker in the 3 years of training.
He has. Yeah, it seems that way.
Seems like that's where he's headed.
I feel like Yamcha's been on a downward spiral.
Rate Yamcha's haircut for me right now.
Here's the thing.
It's the Gohan bowl.
I actually kind of dig it on Yamcha.
Did you?
I think it's the scars. I think the scars help a lot on his face. But I can kind of roll with it. I still think he's pretty useless. Also, where's Yajirobe? Like, what's he doing?
Now that 3 years have passed, do you think we're getting a new Bulma hairstyle? And if so, what do you want out of it?
I think we will, and we are going to get... So, it's been 3 years. So, she's probably, in love with Vegeta. Oh, she's a mom, actually, so let me think. She's probably definitely got, like, a hot mom haircut.
Okay. We're going to have to revisit that when we...
Hopefully, it's probably going to be... The reality is that it's probably going to be very, like, Karen haircut.
Oh, man.
Which
we'll
I
see.
hope not. But
I'm excited.
Honestly, Bulma's probably kind of a Karen. Like...
She's a little Karen. She has some Karen to her.
She has a little bit in her.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Dragon Ball Speak. Will Yamcha die? Will Vegeta Super Saiyan?
Yes.
Will Bulma have a new haircut?
Yes.
Will Trunks be born?
Yes.
Will Goku and Piccolo
finally
release that tension?
Yes, I think so. I think that's the way they win, actually. If we fast forward to the end of this arc, they're like, I know what we have to do, but I don't know if I can do it. And then they're looking at each other and they're like, we need each other for this. And then they do the thing.
Find out next time on Dragon Ball Speak.